Hi friends, it's Susan Smith with StampCreatively, and I have Lifetime of Love. We used it at camp last week. I didn't need any wedding cards, but I like the images and the dies, so I used the words from my friend Sandy Hancock's $1 Million set, So Sincere. We used the note cards and envelopes that are in the mini catalog. And they're a full note card and envelope. I don't have any more. We use them all, or I'd show them to you. And we cut them in half and made 2 cards with it. So these are the 2 cards that they made at camp. Cute. But now I need to modify it because I don't have these anymore. And they're... Oh, excuse me. They're not going to be in the next catalog. So I took the Fun Pattern embossing folder and I ran a 5.5 by 3 inch piece through it. And we're going to create the cards this way. I mean, it's always good to mix it up a little bit, right? I've got my bone folder. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my piece and I'm going to adhere it to the front like this. But before I do that, I want to stamp this edge, because I'm going to make that edge look a little different. Okay, I'm going to do this one first. I'm going to do this image and do this, but again, I don't have these anymore, so I'm going to mix it up. So down this side over here, I'm going to stamp these daisies. One right there. And then on this image that I die cut, this is going to go around the outside when I adhesive it down. So I want it to go this way. I'm going to stamp my words up here at the top. Then I'm going to stamp some more daisies across the bottom. Okay, my mama is a huge daisy fan. She's in memory care. She doesn't remember that, but I remember. Okay, so now I'm going to color these, and I did a real simple color. I took my dark Daffodil Delight, and I'm just going to hit the center. And because I'm layering this on here, I don't want to make this too dark or it'll bleed through the back. So I'm just going to hit this real light. And then I used a seafoam, dark seafoam, to hit the leaves. Again, I don't want it too much because I don't want it to bleed through the back. If it does, which we'll check it, if it bleeds through the back, what I normally do is just add a piece of color or of the vanilla on the inside. Kind of cover it up. Now I could have done it on a strip down the side, but this is the way I wanted to do it because I have a method to my madness. Okay. Then I wanted to shade, because I want my daisies to look white. So what I'm going to do to make my daisies look white, let me scooch this over, is I'm going to take, I made a mask that's going to go over my daisy. That's the die that cuts it out. I'm going to go over it, and then I'm going to take a little bit of my balmy blue, and I just want to, let's do it on this so you can kind of see. I'm going to rub off that color just so it's real light around my daisy. Without coloring my daisies. I'm going to go up here a little bit closer, right on that edge. Okay, so now you can see I've made my daisies whiter. Sometimes if I really want it white, I will take my white colored pencil and go over it and make it stand out as a little more white. But on this tiny image, you just can't really see it. It doesn't change the image that much. So I'm going to do the same down the side. Oh, and this got a little darker. I mean, that's what I like about the blend brushes, is it's just going to make it interesting as I go down the side. And here's the deal. If I want this to be a little bit closer, all I have to do is scooch that over, and it's going to allow me to get a little bit closer to that edge. So I can move these around so I can get a little bit closer if I want to. So see how I've made my flowers stand out down the side? Sometimes it takes a minute for my camera to focus. Okay, so now that you've seen me do that, I can add this. I'm going to put this right on here. Now, if I want this to have a little bit of that light blue in the background, I can always take this and lightly go over it, and it's going to add a little bit of blue. Can you see the difference between this bottom and the top? It's very, very subtle, which I like. Okay, so you've seen how I've done that. Now I'm going to take this, and this is going to go on here like this. And what I did is I took, so I'm going to put this on with some seal. Oh, I saw that it bled through. Let's look on the back and see if it bled through back there. Oh yeah, a little bit. Not much. So I can put a piece of vanilla behind here if I want, or I can not let it bother me. I'm going to take this piece. I'm in Indiana and it's sunny today. It's so pretty out. Now it's a little bit cool, but it's sunny. So now I'm going to take my light seafoam blend. And you want to make sure you do this on the right side, which it's funny because I had some people at camp do it on the wrong side. And then they couldn't get it lined up. And I'm not hitting the whole thing. It's going to bleed into it a little bit. And it takes too long to color if I hit the whole thing. So I am not going to. Now, if you wanted it to have a little bit more color to it, you can always go back and do a different color. So this is the granny apple. And you can pull in some granny apple if you want. That just shades it a little bit. So now I'm going to put a little bit of fine tip glue on the back. And I can do it two ways. I can try to put it on the back of here, or I can put fine tip glue in these little spots where I know those little leaves are going to go. And just a little bit around the edge. Fine tip glue, I like it. I did some owls the other day and I did the glasses, and I couldn't get this back on in the video, which was super fun. So this is going to line up like this. Come on, friend. I'm going to tuck those all right in there. Oh, come on. Did I do it the wrong way? Yep. Because there it goes, nice and easy. The other one I was working too hard. So they're going to go right in these little grooves where I've taken that glue. And if I hold it for just a second, it's going to stay down. Then I want to use some gems on it. I love these adhesive birds and butterflies. Birds and dragonflies. Oops, sorry. Especially when I have my pretty florals. Let's put one over there. Then I want to add a ribbon down this seam. So I couldn't decide. This is that new beige ribbon for the new beige color, but I really love the vanilla checked. So I'm going to slide it right under those pretty leaves. Come on, stay. And once I get this all done, if I feel like it hasn't stayed down, I can always add a little bit more glue to it. Or sometimes I will cut in half or roll a glue dot. And once I get it kind of staying in place, then it will just stay and give the glue a chance to dry and all that. There we go. I love it. So, same design, same layout, different papers. I added some ribbon because I didn't have this pretty paper, but very similar. Okay, so that's this one. Now let's go back to this one. So on this one, I'm going to zoom this out a little bit more so I don't have to stay in that one little spot. So on this one, I used the Modern Oval and gave myself an oval to work on. Did the same thing with the blend brush. I'm going to kind of go in and add a little bit of color to the edges. So I added a little bit of color to the edge. Then I die cut. The dies that come in this bundle are just so pretty. It's just most of the words were wetting and I didn't need wetting. Then I've got, so I have a couple leaves. And then some little flowers. This one die cuts 3 little flowers. So there's the 3 little flowers. And then here's some bigger flowers. So I'm going to color these with the blends. Again, I'm going to go over my leaves and just kind of shade them a little bit. You could take a blend brush and do it with a soft sea foam. I just want them to have a little bit of color. I could have done it out of seafoam paper, but I mean, this is the way I wanted to do it. You get a card, I don't know if you guys are like me, I get a card in my head, kind of how I wanted it to work. Oh, this is that granny apple. I'm just darkening the stems a little bit, so they're a little bit darker. Then I'm going to granny apple these. I'm going to go dark up towards the flower, just to shade it a little bit, and then light towards the And I don't worry about staying in the lines on these because I kind of like the color not being so stark around the edges. I mean, we all have our weirdo issues, right? I'm going to make the center of these the daffodil. Just kind of darken the center. And then I have, for coloring them, I have dark bubble bath, light bubble bath, and dark fresh freesia. So I'm going to do dark. Then I'm going to do some of these. Oops. That one's turned over. And then I'm gonna, wait, no, that's the side I colored. I should have done this one at the same time. I love those people who do great detail in their coloring. They're so talented. I'm your average, so I just kind of do it. And then hope I like it when it's done. And they're so forgiving. The blends make me look like I know what I'm doing. Even though you just saw me color it. And you know that I'm going to do this. Speckle that a little bit. Now we're going to some assembly require it on the front of my card. So again, this one looked like this. We've got our vanilla cardstock. And I ran the fun patterns through. This is a set of 2 embossing folders. Here's the other one. So this one's kind of got diamond shapes in it, and this one's the floral. Okay, and now I make the decision. I think I'm going to put this one in the middle instead of all the way to the side. Well, as I say that, I could put it to the side and cut this off. And I'm going to do this. I mean, we get to pick. I'm going to do it like that. My words are, hope your day is a happy one. And I'm going to stamp it off a little bit to the side. And then I'm going to put kind of the flowers over here. So I can put that down there. I think I'm going to do that. I think I'm going to use a couple dimensionals. And the reason I put 4 on, because I normally put smack 2 in the middle, is method to the madness. I think I'm going to run some ribbon through here. So I'm going to put this down here. And I'm going to go this way. And run my ribbon through. I think I'm going to put my bow on this side. Again, I tie my bows on the bolt because then I don't feel like I waste my ribbon. That's one of my hardest things with camp is little pieces of ribbon in my trash. So now I have my ribbon. I like my card already. And now I'm going to build my little flowers around it. So I've got the leaves, I'm going to stick the leaves on. I'm going to use some glue dots to do this. So I've got a leaf there. I'm going to put the other leaf going around this side. I like tucking my things under. That was the other reason I put the dimensional on there. And if I'm afraid that for some reason the stems are, you know, like this is sticking out too much or something, I can glue dot behind it or put a little two-way glue, but I don't mind them not all stuck on the card. So now I have 2 flowers to put over here. This one I'm going to put here. And then I have this one. I muscle my flowers. I don't want flat flowers. I don't have flat flowers in my garden. I'm going to go this way with that one. And then I have these others that I colored. I'm going to put a glue dot on those too. And on the other card I put gems on them. We'll see if I want gems on these. Yep, that would be a snoring dog. They've been busy this morning, so they're snoring now. Then I need this one down there. Okay, so I have those 2 that I think I could put a gem on. Then I have to decide which ones I want. Oh, look at these. Okay, so these are the adhesive backed shiny sequins. They are an online exclusive, but they're the colors of my card. And I always feel like they look so bright on the sheet, but when I go to put them on, they're so much more subtle. And because there's so many of them, I feel like I should use a lot of them. Like a lot. Because they're just amazing. Okay, so friends, this is the one with the card and envelope that we did, and this is the one I did since I don't have those cards anymore. I like them. I love this folder. I like that it makes me make it a little skinny. All right, friends, thanks for joining me. Gosh, I hope you have a great day. Here they are. I mean, I can't get them in the frame to save my life. There you go. All right, thanks for joining me. You have a great day. We'll stamp again soon. Bye.